I'm sitting in the kitchen with the radio turned low, watching all the traffic in the street begin to flow. The table's set for one now, the chairs are far apart, a perfect architectural reflection of my heart. I've filled the house with voices from the screen upon the wall, to keep the quiet monsters from the shadows in the hall. But the static doesn't hold me, and the light is getting thin, and I'm just waiting for the evening to let the winter in. I've been out with old companions, I've been trying to be me, I've been sailing every ocean just to feel a little free. But it doesn't matter where I go or whose hand I might hold, the center of my spirit is just shivering and cold. 'Cause my heart's still alone, even in a crowded room, searching for inside the gloom. I can dress it up in laughter, I can hide it in the crowd, but the silence of your absence is just screaming way too loud. I'm a city with no people, I'm a house that's not a home. Yeah, 1,000 miles from yesterday, my heart is still alone. I saw you at the market, you were laughing with a friend, and I felt the sudden weight of all the things we could amend. You looked so bright and easy, like you'd never known the rain, while I'm still walking softly through the wreckage of the pain. I almost said your name out loud, I almost reached for you, but I realized that the us I knew was 2024 and 25 too. Now it's 2026 and the world has moved ahead, while I'm still living in the echoes of the always that we said. Is there a point where lonely turns to simply being fine, where I can look at photos and I feel the jagged line? I'm tired of the pretending, I'm tired of the show, when I'm the only person left who hasn't let us go. 'Cause my heart's still alone, even in a crowded room, searching for a flicker of your light inside the gloom. I can dress it up in laughter, I can hide it in the crowd, but the silence of your absence is just screaming way too loud. I'm a city with no people, I'm a house that's not a I've rearranged the kitchen and I've moved the bedroom chair, trying to erase the ghost of you that's lingering there. I filled the house with voices from the television screen to drown out all the echoes of the places where we've been. I told my mind to let it go, to find a brand new track, to stop the constant searching and looking over back. But the walls are made of memories and the floor is made of sighs, and I'm still haunted by the fire I used to see in your eyes. They say that time is healing, that the sharpness starts to dull, that the ocean of this sorrow reaches a quiet kind of love. But the calendar is lying, every day is just the same, and I still find myself whispering your name. 'Cause the mind can learn to live with it, the mind can move ahead, the mind can find a reason for the things we never said. But the heart can't forget, no, the heart is holding on to a love that still is heavy as the day that you were gone. It's the permanent, it's the shadow in the hall. The heart can't forget through it all. I saw you at the station, just a face among the crowd, and for a split second heartbeat, the silence got too loud. You look right through the center of the person that I am, like I was just a stranger or a ghost within the jam. I walked back to my empty car and sat there in the dark, watching as the cold air tried to steal my final spark. I've got 1,000 reasons why we're better off apart, but none of them can reach the jagged center of my heart. Is there a point where forever finally runs out of its breath, where a love can finally find a quiet, peaceful kind of death? That I'm tired of the haunting, I'm tired of the sting, of being the only person left who still remembering. 'Cause the mind can learn to live with it, the mind can move ahead, the mind can find a reason for the things we never said. But the heart can't forget, no, the heart is holding on to a love that still is heavy as the day that you were gone. It's the permanent, it's the shadow in the hall. The heart can't forget through it all. I'm doing fine according to my head. I'm moving on just like the books have said. But in the quiet, in the deep, it's a secret that I still keep. The heart can't forget, it hasn't forgotten yet. I'm standing in the kitchen where the sunlight used to play, but the shadows have grown longer since you walked the other way. I reached to check the thermostat because the house feels thin, like the oxygen departed when you let the winter in. Your coffee mug is sitting where you left it on the shelf, a porcelain reminder that I'm living by myself. I walk through every doorway and I linger in the hall, but there isn't any shadow of you leaning on the wall. The neighbors think I'm working late, they see the flickering light, but I'm just pacing circles in the middle of the night, trying to find a rhythm for a life that's lost its beat, and searching for your footprints on our quiet city street. And the world keeps turning, but my heart is standing still, watching every forever disappear behind the hill. The bed is far too wide now and the air is far too cold, searching for a hand that I'm no longer allowed to hold. It's a hollow kind of silence, it's a heavy kind of blue, accepting the reality that I'm here without you. Yeah, you're gone now. I saw someone who looked like you at the corner of the park, and for a split second heartbeat I felt a little spark. I almost called your name out loud, I almost reached for you, before the stranger turned away and the sky stayed gray and blue. It's the little things that kill me, like the way you left the light, or the scent of your perfume that lingers on the sheets at night. I'm a curator of wreckage, I'm a keeper of the ghost, the one who stayed behind while you were leaving for the coast. They say that time is healing, that the sharpness starts to dull, that the ocean of this sorrow reaches a quiet kind of lull. But I'm still breathing in the water, I'm still shivering in the dark, trying to find a flicker from a cold and deadened spark. And the world keeps turning, but my heart is standing still, watching every forever disappear behind the hill. The bed is far too wide now and the air is far too cold, searching for a hand that I'm no longer allowed to hold. It's a hollow kind of silence, it's a heavy kind of blue, accepting the reality that I'm here without you. Yeah, you're gone now. No key in the lock, no voice in the hall, just the steady ticking of the clock upon the wall. I'm letting go, but I don't know how. You're gone now. Yeah, you're gone now. Yeah, you're gone now. I've been staring at the ceiling until the white turns into gray, counting every second of another lonely day. I try to drown the silence with the static on the screen, but it only highlights all the spaces where you haven't been. I told my pride to stand up, I told my soul to be a stone, but the architecture crumbles when I'm sitting here alone. I reach for a distraction, I try to find a spark, but I'm just a hollow shadow wandering blindly through the dark. There's a fever in my spirit that I can't seem to break, a steady rhythmic pulling of this old familiar ache. I thought the well would finally run dry and leave me be, but there's an ocean of the used to be still crashing over me, and the tears won't stop, they're falling like the winter rain, tracing out the map of every quiet, steady pain. I'm a prisoner of the memory, a victim of the salt, wondering if the breaking was my heart or just my fault. No matter how I fight it, no matter how I pray, the water keeps on coming and the light keeps fading away. Yeah, the tears won't stop. I saw your favorite sweater tucked behind the bedroom door, and I fell down to the floorboards like I've never fell before. It's funny how a fabric can carry so much weight and turn a Tuesday afternoon into a cruel twist of fate. I'm memorizing silence like a language I must speak, while the rivers carve their canyons down the surface of my cheek. The moving on is easy when the sun is shining bright, but the falling all apart happens every move the bedroom chair, trying to erase the ghost of you that's lingering there. I filled the house with the voices from the television screen to drown out all the echoes of the places where we've been. I told my mind to let it go, to find a brand new track, to stop the constant searching and the looking over back. But the walls are made of memories and the floor is made of sighs, and I'm still haunted by the fire I used to see in your eyes. They say that time is healing, that the sharpness starts to dull, that the ocean of this sorrow reaches a quiet kind of lull. But the calendar is lying, every day is just the same, and I still find myself whispering your name. 'Cause I've got a still hurting heart, beating out of time, searching for a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. It's a dull and steady throb, it's a weight I can't reset. I'm a master of the moving on, but I haven't moved yet. The world is turning pages, but I'm frozen in the dirt with a still hurting heart. Yeah, it still hurts. I saw you at the station, just a face among the crowd, and for a split second heartbeat, the silence got too loud. You looked right through the center of the person that I am, like I was just a stranger or a ghost within the jam. I walked back to my empty car and sat there in the dark, watching as the cold air tried to steal my final spark. I've got 1,000 reasons why we're better off apart, but none of them can reach the jagged center of my heart. Is there a point where forever finally runs out of its breath, where a love can finally find a quiet, peaceful kind of death? I'm tired of the haunting, I'm tired of the sting, of being the only person left who still remember it. 'Cause I've got a still hurting heart, beating out of time, searching for a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. It's a dull and steady throb, it's a weight I can't reset. I'm a master of the moving on, but I haven't moved yet. The world is turning pages, but I'm frozen in the dirt with a still hurting heart. Yeah, it still hurts. It's in the way I take my coffee, it's in the way I watch the rain. It's the permanent architecture of this quiet, steady pain. Still aching, still breaking, still hurting hard. heavy gray mist, like the ghost of a memory I haven't quite kissed. The house is so quiet, I can hear my own breath tracing the outlines of a love that met death. I tell the world I'm fine, I put on the show, but the moon is the only one who really must know that when the clock hits 12 and the city goes still, I lose every ounce of my strength and my will. The mask hits the floorboards, the armor comes off, the silence is broken by a low, jagged cough. I'm reaching for shadows on your side of the bed, drowning in every word we already said. It's just tears at midnight, falling like rain on the cold, empty pillow of this quiet, steady pain. No one is watching, there's no pride left to save, just a heart that is sinking beneath the silent wave. The stars are all hidden, the world is in park, leaving me with the sting of these tears in the dark. Yeah, it's just tears at midnight. I saw your old sweater at the back of the shelf. It smells like a version of my former self. I almost reached out, I almost called home, before I remembered I'm here all alone. It's funny how darkness makes the hurting feel new, like I'm just now realizing I'm living without you. The moving on happens in the glare of the day, but the falling apart happens this way. In the morning I'll be solid, in the morning I'll be stone. I walk through the crowds like I'm not all alone, but the sun is a liar and the light is a cheat. I'm just waiting for the hour where I face my defeat. It's just tears at midnight, falling like rain on the cold, empty pillow of this quiet, steady pain. No one is watching, there's no pride left to save, just a heart that is sinking beneath the silent wave. The stars are all hidden, the world is in park, leaving me with the sting of these tears in the dark. Yeah, it's just tears at midnight. Wait for the dawn to dry up the tracks, to put all the pieces back into the cracks. But for now, it's just the water and the salt and the midnight tears of midnight. We're sitting in the kitchen with the shadow of a doubt, watching as the fire we were tending flickers out. The map is on the table, but the ink has run to gray, like the promises we whispered back before we lost our way. I reached to touch your shoulder, but you're staring through the glass, waiting for the minute that will finally let this pass. There's no anger in the silence, there's no thunder in the room, just the quiet, steady rhythm of a slow and certain doom. We had a compass made of gold and a path through every storm, words of I'm fine get stuck in my throat. I've painted the walls and I've changed every light, trying to wash out the ghost of the night. But the mirror is honest, the mirror is deep. It shows all the secrets I promised to keep. I can walk through the city and look at the sky, but there's a reflection I just can't deny. I've mastered the art of the casual gaze, of getting lost in the afternoon haze. But the second I'm still, the second I'm quiet, my spirit begins a slow burning riot. 'Cause this is the pain I can't hide, the ache I can't veil, the ship with no compass and a tattered old sails. And the way that I linger, the way that I stand, like I'm still searching for the touch of your hand. I can tell every lie, I can put on the show, but my eyes give away what the world should know. Yeah, it's the pain I can't hide. Everywhere that I go, I saw you today in the back of the cafe, and for a split second the world turned to gray. I tried to look busy, I tried to look strong, but my heartbeat was never clean, terribly wrong. You asked how I'm doing, I gave a small grin, while the walls of my history were caving back in. put the pictures in a box beneath the bed. I stopped the ghosts from talking to the voices in my head. I walked into the kitchen and I didn't see your face. I thought I'd finally won the fight and cleared away the space. The world was getting brighter, I was learning how to breathe. I wasn't begging for the memories to pack their bags and leave. But then I saw a stranger with the way you used to stand, and I felt the phantom pressure of your fingers in my hand. I thought the wound had closed, I thought the fever broke, but the fire's back to life from a single puff of smoke. I was standing on the shore, I was safe and I was dry. Then the tide came rushing back beneath the clear and open sky, and I lost you again. Just when I thought I was free, the ghost of us came back to take the better part of me. I'm right back at the start, I'm shivering in the rain, polishing the silver of this old familiar pain. It's a double kind of heartbreak, it's a second long goodbye, watching all the healing just wither up and die. Yeah, I lost you again. It's the way the light is hidden on the empty side of the street. It's the sound of someone's laughter that is bittersweet and sweet. It's the scent of rain on pavement, it's the humming of a song that reminds me that the silence has been far too loud and long. I'm tracing every outline of the life we used to own, feeling like a foreign in a house that was my home. I'm a master of the moving on until I hear your name, and I realize that better was just a different kind of game. Is there a limit to the break? Is there a bottom to the fall? Or am I haven't moved a chair, I still leave a little space for you on the wooden stair. The neighbors walk by and they give a pitying look, like I'm a tragic character at the end of a book. But they don't know the weight of the always that we swore. So I'm sitting here in silence, still watching the door. My friends say I'm a ghost, haunting my own hall, waiting for a shadow to flicker on the wall. They say the world has turned, that the seasons moved ahead, but I'm still living in the echoes of the last things that you said. I'm a heart that waited, a soul that stayed behind while you were out there running, trying to unbind. I'm a lighthouse on a cliffside where the ship has gone to ground, still searching for a signal, still listening for a sound. Every sunset is a promise that I'm keeping all alone. Just a heart that waited for a love that's turned to stone. I saw your reflection in the window of the shop, and for a split second heartbeat, the world began to stop. I almost called your name, I almost reached for you, but the stranger turned away and the sky stayed cold and blue. It's a different kind of tired, this standing in the rain, polishing the silver of a quiet, steady pain. I've got a suitcase full of sorries and a heart full of if, walking on the edge of a jagged, lonely cliff. Is there a point where the waiting turns to rust, where the gold of our forever simply turns to dust? I'm terrified of leaving, I'm terrified to stay, watching every morning slowly wither all away. I'm a heart that waited, a soul that stayed behind while you were out there running, trying to unbind. I'm a lighthouse on a cliffside where the ship has gone to ground, still searching for a signal, still listening for a sound. Every sunset is a promise that I'm keeping all alone. Just a heart that waited for a love that's turned to stone. The stars are coming out now, the air is getting cold. I'm still here, just like I was told. Still waiting, still yours. Heart that waited, I'm still at the door. the ticket stub from that rainy night in June, hidden in the pages of a book we read too soon. You wrote always on the back in a messy ink-stained scrawl, but now the ink is fading and the words don't mean it all. I'm standing in the kitchen where the silence is a weight, wondering if forever had an expiration date. The house is full of echoes of the life we used to plan, but I'm just holding on to air as tightly as I can. Every I'll be there, and every don't you worry got lost inside the static, in the madness and the hurry. Now I'm left with the wreckage and the ghosts of what we said, replaying every sentence in this empty, hollow bed. Oh, they're just forgotten promises, blowing in the wind, the end of every never, and the places where we sinned, like a map to a city that's been leveled to the ground, searching for a heartbeat where there isn't any sound. You're out there living life while I'm still living in the past, cradling the promises that weren't built to last. Yeah, forgotten promises. I saw you at the station with a suitcase and a smile, the kind you haven't shown me in a long and bitter while. You looked right through me like I was a window or a ghost, the person in the mirror that you used to love the most. I almost said the words, I almost called you on the line of the I could never leave you that you whispered in July. But the air between us shifted and the signal went to black, and I realized there's no magic that can bring a promise back. Is it lying if you meant it when the world was standing still? Is it a crime to realize you lost the strength and will? I'm picking up the pieces of the we will find a way, and watching every one of them just wither all away. Oh, they're just forgotten promises, blowing in the wind, the end of every never, and the places where we sinned, like a map to a city that's been leveled to the ground, searching for a heartbeat where there isn't any sound. You're out there living life while I'm still living in the past, cradling the promises that weren't built to last. Yeah, forgotten promises. I'll never let go. I'll always stay. Just words in the dark, just a breath in the grave. Forgotten, they're all forgotten, and so am I. I'm wandering through the hall ghost of a survivor in a vast and shifting sand. I reached for the light switch, but I left it in the dark. The shadows feel much kinder than a cold and deadened spark. The kettle starts to whistle, but I let the water burn, waiting for a lesson that I'm never gonna learn. I'm a stranger in the kitchen, I'm a phantom in the hall, tracing every crack that's forming on the bedroom wall. The world outside is humming, I can hear the city breathe, but I'm stuck inside the moment that you decided you should leave. There's no compass on the table, there's no North Star in the sky, just the heavy, hollow ringing of a permanent goodbye. And I'm lost in loneliness, drifting on a shoreless sea, where the memory of your laughter is a haunting melody. I can't find the shoreline, I can't find the way back home. In this wilderness of yesterday, I'm destined just to roam. It's a fog that never lifts, it's a dark that never ends. I'm losing where the heartache stops and where my life begins. Yeah, I'm lost in loneliness. I saw someone who looked like you at the corner of the park, and for a split second heartbeat I felt a little spark. But then the image flickered and the pixels fell apart, and I felt the winter blowing back into my lonely heart. I've got a suitcase full of sorries and a heart full of if, walking on the edge of a jagged, lonely cliff. I'm a curator of wreckage, I'm the keeper of the ghost, the one who stayed behind while you were leaving for the coast. Is there a map for a spirit that's been torn into two? Is there a path through the woods that doesn't lead to you? I'm circling the same old pain, I'm treading in the deep, with 1,000 broken promises I wasn't meant to keep. And I'm lost in loneliness, drifting on a shoreless sea, where the memory of your laughter is a haunting melody. I can't find the shoreline, I can't find the way back home. In this wilderness of yesterday, I'm destined just to roam. It's a fog that never lifts, it's a dark that never ends. I'm losing where the heartache stops and where my life begins. Yeah, I'm lost in loneliness. The stars are going out now, and I don't know where I am. Just a shadow of a shadow, just a hollow broken man, lost in the blue, lost without you. Can anybody see me? photographs are sitting in the same place on the wall, but the colors aren't as vibrant as I tend to recall. I see us in the garden, tangled in a summer haze, but I don't recognize the version of those happy days. It wasn't like a candle that a sudden wind blew out. It was the quiet, steady creeping of a cold and hollow doubt. I reached to touch your shoulder as you're staring at the street, and I feel the jagged distance where our spirits used to meet. It's not a crashing wave, it's not a thundercrack. It's the slow and quiet fading into white and into black. We're sitting at the table with our coffee getting cold, watching all the forever words begin to lose their hold. Oh, love fades slowly like a sunset in the gray. One little piece of us just simply drifts away. It's the quietest of heartbreaks, the longest of goodbyes, watching all the light go out of two familiar eyes. We're still in the same house, but we're miles and miles apart, watching love fade slowly, the winter of the heart. I heard you in the kitchen humming that old familiar tune, but it felt like an echo from a different afternoon. The I love yous have a rhythm that is practiced and is thin, like a house that's looking sturdy while the rot is setting in. The calendar keeps turning and the world is moving fast, but we're just two tired statues in the museum of our past. I wonder when the moment was that we both let go of the string and became the hollow versions of a once upon a thing. I'd almost prefer the shouting, I'd almost prefer the fight, something to prove we're still burning in the middle of the night. But this transparency is killing me, this slipping in a ghost in the harbor where I thought that I was anchored to the coast. Oh, love fades slowly like a sunset into gray. One little piece of us just simply drifts away. It's the quietest of heartbreaks, the longest of goodbyes, watching all the light go out of two familiar eyes. We're still in the same house, but we're miles and miles apart, watching love fade slowly, the winter left the dishes in the sink from the night you walked away. I haven't had the heart to wash the ghost of us today. The radiator's clicking like a pulse inside the wall, but there isn't any warmth left in this empty, narrow hall. I've been sleeping on the sofa with the television on, just to drown out the vibration of the fact that you were gone. I've rearranged the pictures, but the shadows stay the same, and the drywall seems to shiver every time I breathe your name. The neighbors think I'm working late, they see the flicker of the light, but I'm just pacing circles in the middle of the night, trying to find a corner where your memory doesn't grow. But I'm a stranger in the only home I've ever known. 'Cause pain lives here, it's moved into your chair. It's the heavy, hollow feeling in the cold and morning air. It's the permanent resident, the shadow on the floor, the only thing that greets me when I walk through the door. I can change the locks and I can paint the walls a different blue, but pain lives here because it's all that's left of you. I found your favorite coffee mug, the one with the chipped rim, and the world began to flicker, and the light began to dim. It's funny how a piece of clay can weigh 1,000 tons and outshine all the brightness of 100,000 suns. I'm a curer of wreckage, I'm a keeper of the lost, counting up the minutes and the heavy bitter cost of a long and lonely winter that's arrived a little soon, turning every afternoon into a dark and silent moon. Is it a haunting or a habit? Is it love or is it grief? To stay inside the garden when there's rot on every leaf. I'm terrified to leave this place, I'm terrified to stay, watching every dream we built just wither all away. 'Cause pain lives here, it's moved into your chair. It's the heavy, hollow feeling in the cold and morning air. It's the through the grocery store, acting like I'm fine, picking up the pieces of a life that isn't mine. I smile at the cashier, I make it through the day, but there's a heavy secret that won't ever go away. I feel it when I'm driving, I feel it when I'm still, a cold and hollow vibration that I can't bend to my will. It isn't on my face, and it isn't in my eyes. It's hidden in the places where the lonely spirit lies. The world sees a mountain, steady and so strong, but they don't hear the rhythm of a heartbeat going wrong. I'm holding in the ocean, I'm holding in the rain, trying to find a way to navigate this internal strain. 'Cause I've got tears in my chest that'll never reach my face, drowning in the silence of this empty hollow space. It's a quiet kind of crying, it's a salt inside the bone, the heaviest of rivers that I navigate alone. I'm a desert on the outside, but I'm flooding deep within, cradling the wreckage of the life that might have been. Yeah, I got tears in my chest. I sat down at the piano, but I couldn't find the key to the version of the person that you used to see in me. I'm a master of the mask, I'm a pro at being tough, but I think my ribs are breaking from the weight of all this stuff. Every I'm okay is a stone inside the well, building up the walls of this private little hell. I wanna let it out, I wanna let it flow, but I'm terrified of letting the final pieces of us go. If I let the dam break, would I ever find the shore? Or would I just be scattered on the cold and wooden floor? I'm breathing underwater, I'm shivering in the heat, watching my own history turn into a slow defeat. 'Cause I've got tears in my chest that'll never reach my face, drowning in the silence of this empty hollow space. It's a quiet kind of crying, it's a salt inside the bone, the heaviest of rivers that I navigate alone. I'm a desert on the outside, but I'm flooding deep within, cradling the wreckage of the life that might have been. Yeah, I got tears in my chest. My eyes are dry tonight, but my heart is soaking wet. I haven't found a way to find the ending yet. Just the steady drip, just the heavy pull, a heart that's empty, but a chest that's far too full. Tears in my chest, tears in my chest. I'm standing in the hallway where the sunlight used to dance, looking at the ruins of a half-forgotten chance. I reached to grab your jacket, but my hand just met the air. Everything we built has vanished, leaving nothing there. I checked the velvet jewelry box, the one you kept so gold, but the promises we whispered have all grown gray and old. It isn't like a fire that went out in one big rush. It's more like how a mountain slowly crumbles into plush. There was a time we felt like marble, carved in something deep, with secrets that were holy and vows we meant to keep. But the wind began to whistle through the cracks inside the frame, and I can't find the embers now to even call your name. 'Cause it's just love turned to dust, blowing in the wind, the end of every always, and the places where we sinned. I try to hold a memory, but it slips right through my hands, like a castle made of silver sinking into desert sands. No matter how I sweep it up, the floor is never clean. It's just the grit and powder of a life that might have been. Yeah, it's love turned to dust. I walked into the garden, but the soil has gone to gray. The roses that you planted simply withered all away. I found a scrap of paper with I love you from the start, but the ink has turned to powder, just like the pieces of my heart. The calendar keeps turning and the world is moving fast, while I'm still breathing in the hazy particles of past. I wonder if you're breathing in a different kind of air, or if you're also coughing on the ghost of what was there. They say that we are stardust, that we're made of ancient light, but I just feel the heavy grit of a long and lonely night. I'm wiping off the mantle, I'm wiping off the shelf, trying to find a version of a whole and happy self. 'Cause it's just love turned to dust, blowing in the wind, the end of every always, and the places where we sin. reach for the dial just to drown out the quiet, to stop my own mind from starting a riot. But the first chord that struck was a sharp, jagged blade, a haunting reminder of the promises we made. Every lyric is a ghost, every note is a sting. I can't escape this sorrow that the melody brings. I used to find a shelter in the rhythm and the rhyme, but now I'm just a prisoner of a different point in time. I try to hit the shuffle, try to find a faster beat, something with a tempo that can mask my own defeat. But the radio is haunted and the records are all torn, replaying every memory of the love that I have mourned. 'Cause there's pain in every song, a tear in every line, a low and lonesome whistle for the heart that once was mine. The piano sounds like weeping and the strings begin to fray, turning every always into a long and cold goodbye. I'm searching for a silence that's finally mine to keep, but I'm drowning in the music while the world is fast asleep. Yeah, there's pain in every song. I saw your old guitar sitting dusty in the case, like a hollowed out reflection of a long forgotten face. I remember how you'd hum while you're staring at the rain, before the beautiful harmony turned into steady strain. Now I can't hear a cello or a soft acoustic strum without feeling my whole spirit start to shiver and go numb. It's a symphony of wreckage, it's a chorus of the lost, counting up the minutes and the heavy, bitter cost. They say that music heals the soul, that it's mercy for the heart, but it's just the architecture that's tearing me apart. It's the soundtrack to the ending, it's the anthem of the end, the hardest kind of poetry to lose a lover and a friend. 'Cause there's pain in every song, a tear in every line, a low and lonesome whistle for the heart that once was mine. The piano sounds like weeping and the strings begin to fray, turning every always into a long and cold goodbye. I'm searching for a silence that's finally mine to keep, but I'm drowning in the music while the world is fast asleep. Yeah, there's pain in every song. Turn it off, I don't wanna hear the truth. Turn it off, the echoes of our youth, just the static, just the hiss. The only song I have is the one I'm gonna miss. Pain in every song. turns to black. I reach to flip the switch, then I pull my fingers back. The shadows seem to soothe me, they're the only thing that fits in a house where every memory has been blown to tiny bits. I used to find my way by the glow upon your face. Now I'm just a blind man in a cold and empty space. The moon is just a silver sliver hanging in the sky, like the last remaining flicker of a long and dark goodbye. I've got lanterns in the hallway and candles on the shelf, but I can't find a spark inside the hollow of myself. The sun comes up at 7, but it never reaches here. It just illuminates the distance and the presence of my fear. 'Cause it's a heart without light, it's a world without a sun. Ever since the moment that you decided we were done, I'm wandering in circles in the middle of the night, looking for a version of us that was still burning bright. But the oil has all run dry and the wick has turned to stone. It's a heart without light, and it's learning how to be alone. I saw you at the market. You were standing in the glare of a bright and neon summer, with the sunlight in your hair. You looked like you were radiant, you looked like you were whole, while I was just a shadow with a puncture in my soul. I retreated to the corners, I retreated to the grave, afraid that if you saw me you'd just turn the other way. How did you take the brightness? How did you take the glow and leave me in this basement of the life I used to know? They say that stars are only seen when everything is dark, but I'd trade 1,000 galaxies for just a single spark of the fire we were burning back when everything was right. Before I was a prisoner of this heart without light. 'Cause it's a heart without light, it's a world without a sun. Ever since the moment that you decided we were done, I'm wandering in circles in the middle of the night, looking for a version of us that was still burning bright. But the oil has all run dry and the wick has turned to stone. It's a heart without light, and it's learning how to be alone. Year keeps turning, and I'm still waiting for the dawn. But the sky is staying heavy now that you are really gone. Pitch black, no spark, just a heart without light. Good night. The tea has gone cold in the porcelain cup. I'm staring at the ceiling, I can't look up. The house is a museum of the things we used to do. Every corner is a shadow, every shadow looks like you. I've been sleeping with the light on just to trick my heavy head into thinking there's a flicker of a life that isn't dead. But the silence is a mountain and the air is getting thin, and I'm just waiting for the evening to let the winter in. I can walk through a crowd and I can fake a little smile. I can pretend I haven't felt like this in a long, long while. But the mask is getting heavy and the pain is peeling off, and my heart is getting weary from this hollow, steady cough. 'Cause I've got a lonely heart beating out of time, searching for a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. It's a city with no people, it's a house without a home, just a steady aching thumping that I navigate alone. I'm a desert in the summer, I'm a forest in the snow, with a lonely heart that doesn't know how to let you go. I saw your favorite book today, the one with the folded page, and I felt a sudden rush of a quiet, helpless rage. Not at you or at the world or the way the story ends, but at the way we're acting like we're nothing more than friends. I'm memorizing silence like a language I must speak, while the tears are carving canyons down the surface of my cheek. There's a ghost in every doorway shadows would have lifted from the floor, that I'd stop looking for your ghost beside the bedroom door. I've rearranged the furniture and painted every wall, trying to erase the way you looked inside the hall. I tell my friends I'm doing fine, I finally found my stride, that I've buried all the hollow things I used to feel inside. But the silence is a liar, and the evening is a cheat, and I'm still searching for your shadow on every city street. They say that time is magic, that it rounds off every edge, that you eventually step back from the leaning of the ledge. But the calendar is empty, and the clock is just a sound, and I'm still staring at the place where we hit the ground. 'Cause it still hurts, just like the day you walked away. The same old heavy weather in a sky of winter gray. It's a dull and steady throb, it's a weight I can't reset. I'm a master of the moving on, but I haven't moved yet. The world is turning pages, but I'm frozen in the dirt. Yeah, it's been 1,000 lifetimes, and it still hurts. I found your old keychain at the bottom of a drawer, the one you said was lucky, but you don't need it anymore. I held it in my palm until the metal turned to heat, feeling every jagged edge of our bittersweet defeat. I'm a curator of sadness, I'm a keeper of the flame, in a temple built of memories that only whisper out your name. I wonder if you're happy, or if you ever feel the sting of a forever that ended like a cheap and broken thing. Is there a limit to the sorrow? Is there a bottom to the well? How much longer do I have to live inside this hollow shell? I'm tired of being resilient, I'm tired of being strong, when the only thing I'm sure of is that everything is wrong. 'Cause it still hurts, just like the day you walked away. The same old heavy weather in a sky of winter gray. It's a dull and steady throb, it's a weight I can't reset. I'm a master of the moving on, but I haven't moved yet. The world is turning pages, but I'm frozen in the dirt. Yeah, it's been 1,000 lifetimes, and it still hurts. It's in the way I take my coffee, it's in the way I watch the rain. It's the permanent architecture of this quiet, steady pain, still aching, still breaking.